The word luxury is such an interesting term because it can mean many different things, and it can mean different things to different people. The Oxford Dictionary defines luxury as the state of great comfort or extravagant living. So traditionally speaking, luxury might look like a Louis Vuitton bag or a castle in the French Riviera. Obviously, those are extremes. I live in Idaho and I sell real estate. So what does luxury mean when it comes to real estate in Idaho? In this video, I'll be discussing what you want to know about the luxury real estate market in Boise, Idaho. What does luxury real estate even look like in Idaho? First, I think it's important to start with what luxury real estate in Idaho is not. It's not Beverly Hills 90210 with palm tree lined streets and teenagers running around in fancy sports cars. It's not a country club drive with palatial estates like you'd see in Georgia or Virginia. And it's certainly not penthouse suites and high rises like Miami or New York. Yes, the luxury market in Idaho is different than what you see in much of the country. Luxury in Boise, Idaho tends more towards lifestyle and less toward the traditional definition. But I think you'll find that luxury living in Idaho provides a state of great comfort. Boise, Idaho experienced significant growth during the pandemic, in large part due to its attractive quality of life, variety of recreational activities, and lower cost of living when compared to other parts of the country. So over the course of the last several years, the demand for luxury real estate in and around Boise, Idaho has grown. You had a surge of new construction homes being built and major renovations on older properties taking place. But as you've seen across much of the country this past year, with higher interest rates, the movement in real estate has slowed, and higher-end luxury properties already can take longer to sell because there is a smaller buying pool. You compound that with a slowing real estate market in general, and it's not uncommon for high-end properties to stay on the market for 6, 9 months, or even longer. To a seller of a luxury property in Boise, I would advise patience and top-notch global exposure and marketing. For a buyer, I would say get out there and see what you can negotiate because you have more power in today's environment than you did just 18 months ago. Obviously, market trends are always shifting, so I would advise talking with a trusted real estate advisor on current conditions so you stay well informed. Although I am focusing on lifestyle as a driving force in the luxury real estate market in Boise, for purposes of this video, I'll be primarily referencing properties starting at $1.5 million. But the thing about Boise is you can find exceptional properties for well under that price point. Sometimes it just takes a little patience and perseverance. So let's take a look at some of the amenities and lifestyles that you might find in the luxury real estate market in Boise, Idaho. Views are less of a lifestyle choice, obviously, and more of a luxury amenity, but there is a certain lifestyle that you're choosing when looking for a view property. If you're looking for views of the Pacific Ocean, it may be a beach lifestyle that's driving your choice. Or a view from a New York penthouse, you're making a lifestyle choice to live right in the middle of the city. But here in the Treasure Valley, choosing to have a view of the Boise skyline or the undeveloped foothills means you might want to be close to the Ridge to River trail system because hiking or biking is a big part of your life. Or perhaps you work from home and having that open view from your home office window inspires you. Luxury view properties are most often found in Boise and East Boise. You'll find homes that sit in the foothills and overlook downtown Boise, BSU, and its football stadium. Or downtown condos that place you right in the middle of the action with the views up close. You'll also find properties in the foothills of Boise, Eagle, or Star where your views are of rolling hills that are blanketed in snow during our winters. View properties would also include waterfront homes. There are neighborhoods throughout the Treasure Valley that feature ponds and lakes with beautiful homes to frame them. And in some instances, these homes even include sandy beaches and docks for kayaking and paddleboarding or fishing. I find that many of my clients relocating from California are especially drawn to waterfront property. They're ready to make the move to Idaho, but it's that little piece of the ocean that they want to hold on to, and being close to water makes that transition a little easier. Acreage properties are not uncommon in Boise and its surrounding cities. You can find acreage throughout the valley, providing that luxurious feeling of space. And depending on the location, your acreage estate may provide rolling hills, a hobby farm, or a custom-built home, or all of the above. But it's not just space you get when you purchase an acreage property. Your new luxury home might be full of outdoor recreational options, like a pool, a tennis court, a sports court, or even river frontage with fishing access. And some feature equestrian estates with a beautiful barn, a riding ring, and other livestock facilities. The thing about acreage properties in Idaho is they are still bargains to be had if you have the vision. So you might be able to find land with an older, outdated home that with time and equity can be transformed into that luxury property of your dreams. Growing up, I lived in a home that was built in the 1920s. It was built as a replica of a Spanish castle, complete with turrets and 3-foot thick stone walls. There was even a false wall in the library with a Prohibition-era bar. It had so much character, and despite it being old and rather outdated, like so much so that the electrical work and the plumbing was not even up to code, but it was still luxury living because it was a castle. And in the middle of Los Angeles, that was very unique. Now here in Boise, we have the North End. It's this historic neighborhood that features these character-rich homes that were built 100+ years ago. The style tends more craftsman, but they're just so cool, and they definitely speak to luxury for those who love architecture. Before I continue, my name is Erica Toffel, a global real estate advisor with Group 1 Sotheby's International Realty. I specialize in helping families relocate to Boise, Idaho from anywhere in the country. If you need help with any of your real estate needs, reach out, my information is on the screen. And please be sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell so you get notified each time I drop a new video. Again, taking a traditional view of luxury, then there are amenities that you'd expect to find in a luxury home in Boise. Probably a luxury home anywhere, really. Many luxury homes will include a pool. Yes, it's probably found more on acreage or custom-built properties, but pools can also be found on view properties with smaller lots where an infinity pool will look out over the skyline. When it comes to kitchens, luxury again is a relative term. What I may find gourmet may be different than your expectations. And keep in mind, I am not a chef. But it is not uncommon to find a butler's pantry complete with a coffee bar or multiple islands for ease of entertaining, high-end appliances such as Wolf or Thermador or Gaggenau, a wine cellar or wine wall are very popular in our luxury listings. And don't forget about super cool outdoor kitchens. What is a luxury home without enough parking? Although it's not always the case, especially with homes found in the North End that are 100 years old or view properties that are clustered in the foothills of East Boise, but car enthusiasts will appreciate the incredible garage space that can be found in some of the Treasure Valley's most luxurious homes. And we're not talking just traditional garage space. No, let's not forget the RV garage, multiple RV garages. Because when you live in Idaho, part of that luxury living is housing all of your toys, boats, snowmobiles, razors, your Monaco RV. I can remember looking at listings online in Eagle, Idaho 10 or 12 years ago, several years before we actually made the move. And I should preface, my family, we are huge movie people. So I paid particular attention to the fact that theater rooms were a common theme here in homes in Idaho. And they didn't have to be at the top tier price point. But that being said, many of the luxury listings will include theater rooms with state-of-the-art audio and visual systems. I can tell you during COVID, having a theater room with 4 kids was a lifesaver. That was luxury enough for me. Because Idaho's luxury listings are often large in square footage, it is not uncommon to find home gyms as a luxury home staple. And I'm not talking about a bay window off your master bedroom where you can stick a stair climber. I am referring to a dedicated room with cardio equipment and space for dumbbells and huge strength machines. Like, these are legit gyms. And let us not forget the golf simulator for the avid golfer in your life. Because Boise living centers around lifestyle, I wouldn't say we are always on the cutting edge of current luxury trends, especially when it comes to new construction. But that's changing as we grow. Larger demand for luxury real estate over the past several years is forcing our local builders and contractors to step up their game. Luxury in Boise isn't isolated to one particular area, and depending on the choices that you make from lifestyle to home amenities, that will determine your home's location. As I've mentioned throughout this video, whatever luxury criteria you're looking for is going to determine where you find your home. Northeast Boise will provide views and access to trails for the active lifestyle of hiking and biking. This is also where you'll find the upscale neighborhoods of Harris Ranch and River Heights, and those provide easy access to the Boise River Greenbelt. Warm Springs is the most prestigious neighborhood in Boise with its large homes and easy access to downtown. The North End, with its historical homes, has an old world charm. It has tree-lined streets like Harrison Boulevard or Hyde Park District that outfit the walkable neighborhood with cute shops and eateries. In downtown Boise, you'll find high-end condos that place you in the heart of the city. It's home to delicious restaurants and funky bars and creative boutiques. And it's just across the river from Boise State University. The remarkable thing about Boise's downtown is how clean and safe it is. Eagle is known for its affluent neighborhoods, hobby farms, and equestrian estates. I have other videos that take a deeper dive into the city of Eagle, so be sure to check those out. Some of the valley's smaller, quieter cities, such as Star, Middleton, and Emmett, have incredible acreage properties that provide space, views, hobby, and horse farms. And you can find these large acreage properties in Nampa or Caldwell as well. They just might be a little farther out. Obviously, Idaho is more than just the Boise area, and outside of the Treasure Valley is where you will find some of the state's more traditional luxury real estate, as probably defined by the rest of the country. Mountain Modern would be found in Ketchum, Idaho, which is home or second home or third home to a number of celebrities like Arnold Schwarzenegger or Steve Wynn. You may know it better as Sun Valley, which is the name of the original resort village and home to the Sun Valley Ski Resort. Every year, Sun Valley hosts the Sun Valley Film Festival, which draws celebrities from around the world. So understandably, Ketchum, Idaho happens to be Idaho's most expensive city. It's not unusual to see a $6 million condo in the heart of downtown. And Ketchum is located 150 miles east of Boise. 90 miles directly north of Boise is where you'll find the sleepy resort town of McCall. You'll get a mix of lakefront properties that sit on the Piat Lake to mountain chalets and the private gated golf course community of Whitetail. Last I saw, they had a 13,000 square foot, $23 million listing in Whitetail. Not too bad for a quiet bedroom community in Idaho. Tamarack Resort is not far from McCall, and that's where you'll find estates, homes, chalets, cottages, all with access to a golf course, ski resort, and Lake Cascade. This area went through a recent revitalization and it's quite swanky, I will say. I should mention that if owning a winery is your idea of luxury, then Southwest Idaho offers that too, with rich soil and climate that grapes love. And then of course there's Coeur d'Alene in the northern part of Idaho, which has extraordinary lakefront properties on Lake Coeur d'Alene. Pop quiz, which resort town can you find 90 miles north of Boise that offers both lakefront properties and mountain chalets? A, Ontario, B, Riggins, C, McCall, D, Mountain Home. Comment your answer below. The first one with the correct answer will get a video response from me. Luxury looks different in Idaho than it might in much of the country, but that is starting to change. Idaho is now on the map, where it wasn't before. Traditionally, we think of luxury real estate like locations in the Hamptons or Bel Air, but in Boise, we offer up luxury just a little bit different. We're more like that one-of-a-kind handbag, and you're the only one at the ball who knows where to get it. For more videos about luxury living in Boise, Idaho, or for real estate tips in general, make sure to check out one of the other videos on the screen. Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next one.